on the perimeter. Curry is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Well, the main problem last year for the Kings, Greg, their defense. Just couldn't slow teams down on their end of the court, and it cost them.
Yeah, listen, a lot of it had to do with the defensive problems overall. They were pretty much in the bottom 10 of every major defensive category and dead last in blocks as well.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
George dishes to Allen. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. And it's a 5-point Pacer lead.
And you said it. I mean, the Kings had a tough time on defense. They also gave up the most fast break points in the league. I mean, they had a tough time getting back and defending in transition.
Gay drives in. Shot clock at 3. Another miss by Gay.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Kings have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively.
And the Kings were last in fast break points allowed. As you mentioned, what is odd was that there were rumors last season that the front office wanted to try out cherry picking on purpose. Pretty sure that's one of the worst ideas to try out in the NBA.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Then for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Monte Ellis. Rondo kicks to Cousins. And Curry has it in the corner. From 18 feet away. And the foul called on Marcus Cousins. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Quincy Acy's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for McLemore. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Curry. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Indiana also making some changes. Hill, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Lawson in for Hill.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him. Because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Pass to Acy. Down low. Cauley-Stein. Misses in close.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And the foul on Miles Turner.
Side out.
That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Kufis checked in for Cauley-Stein. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
The drive by Collison. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That is on Ty Lawson. The Kings have hit just 2 free throws and 5 attempts today.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the 3rd. with his first shot attempt. Kept alive. He feeds it to Miles. On the wing, Hill. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Stuckey with another miss.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
In the corner, Collison with it. Good work defensively by Turner.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Kings trail by 5. And so in the game for the Pacers. Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Solomon Hill. And it's Mahinmi in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Cousins, the pass to Collison. Shot clock at 5. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. Curry's checked in for the Kings. Then McLemore comes in for Darren Collison. And a change for the Pacers. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hill. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Pacers leading by 7. Allen outside. And the rejection by Cousins. And now the Kings fast break. Curry's got the ball. Step back shot. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Allen. Here's Ellis. Rebound by the Kings. McLemore's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Gay against George. 5 to shoot. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Yeah, inexcusable. You just cannot allow that to happen.
Hill drives in.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from DeMarcus Cousins.
And well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Your Sacramento Kings dance team.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Kings. Bellinelli comes in for McLemore.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Cousins dishes to Curry. They get it again. Cauley Stein kicks to Cousins. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Kings Dance Team.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. To the wing right side. Pass to Bellinelli. Stolen by Ellis. Ahead. Here's George.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Dishes to Hill. Takes the three. Cannot hit. Rondo with some nice D. Beyond the arc. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That will be foul number 5 on him. And some changes here for the Kings. Gay comes in for Cauley Stein. And McLemore subbed in for Bellinelli.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Kings trail by 9. Here's McLemore. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Rondo passes to McLemore. The drive by Rondo. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8.
At the line for 2.
And Rondo drops them both. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
And the Kings making a change here. Goofus is checked in. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. 52 seconds left in the game. Rondo kicks to McLemore. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Lets it go from the wing. Again, Sacramento. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator, but I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
There's the triple. Shot is no good. So it's Indiana picking